Hello future tech leaders, I am Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
See, let me tell you what is a single page and a page list. In which scenario you have to use this? Suppose you have an information related to your address. Let's think about you. Have an information related to your permanent address. To capture an address, what fields you generally should have? You should have some fields like street name or county or state or country, some kind of zip code. There will be these kind of fields, right? In case of address, this is in case of any address, it may be permanent address it may be, or else it may be a temporary address. Whatever the address it may be, you will be having these fields, right? Like zip code, area or locality or landmark. These are the common fields, right? Single page is used to capture those kind of information. If suppose you are having same kind of information let me try to show you in the Excel sheet. Let's talk this single page and page list in a different way. Let me tell you. Single page and page in a different way. Let's think there is an employee info. This is an employee info DB table. And the table name is employee info. And the columns present in a DB table are employee ID. Employee 1 second. Employee ID. Employee ID. Employee experience. Employee salary. This name is a DB table which is present for employee. And the records which are present in this table are like 4 employees are there. Employee experience is 3 years, 2 years, 5 years, 1 year. Employee salary like 150K. Let's assume this is a DB table. At the table which is present on a database. Now, if you want to fetch a single record, if you want to fetch a single record in the sense row, if you want to fetch a single record, then you will use single page. If you want to fetch a record information for employee A or employee B, if you want to fetch only a single record, then you will use single page. If you want to fetch multiple records, multiple means like this. If you want to fetch multiple records, then you will use page list. Is it fine? Now what I'm trying to say is single page holds single record of information. If you want to fetch an information related to any one employee, like employee form, then you will use single page. If you are thinking that we will get a list of results, then you need to configure a page list. To hold a list of results in a clipboard, you need to hold a like. You need to configure a page list. Any questions now? Single page and page list. Single page is used to hold a single record of information. Page list is used to hold multiple records of information. Let me show you how actually a structure of page list and single page will look like on a clipboard. Launch the portal. See, we have some single pages we saw yesterday, but I think you couldn't identify them because you don't write what is a single page in a page list. I have opened the case 803. This is a case which we have created yesterday. Now let me open a clipboard. See, I'm opening it from here. I'm clicking on this pat icon. It will open a clipboard. Now we are in user pages. This is a PLA work page. I'm expanding PLA work page. Inside PLA work page, this customer ID is there. This customer ID is a single page. If you click on this single page, you will have only one record of information. Like you will have only Mitchell's information here. Do you understand? PLA work page is a primary page. Inside PLA work page, you have a customer ID page. This customer ID page holds this account related information. Like for Mitchell, this is only one record. You will not have multiple people here. If you expand it here, you will not have peaks results. These are all different. But for page list, let me show you how a page list looks like. See this vehicle. Information is also single page. This contains only one vehicle related information, not multiple vehicles. You understand? Single page. Single page holds only one record of information. Let's think about in a database of a vehicle information. You might have multiple vehicles, but this single page holds only one record. One record related to this make and model. Is this one? Single page? Yes. I'll show you how a page list looks like. See, this is how page list looks like. Page list will be having the results, PX results. If you expand PX results generally, you will have PX results of 1, PX results of 2. Let me see if anywhere it is there. We haven't created page list. Let me search if we have any page list. But to realize like which one is a single page or page list, then we need to practically have that kind of understanding like customer ID. From that customer ID, I can realize that is something of single entity. Probably that's a single page. But like another example, which will you? Page list. From this vehicle information. Vehicle information. I can assume like it's a showcase. This vehicle information is a single page or multiple page. It's a single page. Single. Right. On page list, I will show you how actually it looks like. We haven't configured a page list yet. It is not. I will show you any example we have here. Page list will be having peaks results inside it. Like how the structure will be right. Suppose you assume that this is a page list of the vehicle information is a page list. Then the structure will be like this. For example, I'm saying the vehicle information is a page list. Wave work page. Inside P, wave work page, you will be having vehicle information. If you expand vehicle information, you will be having PX results. Pixels. If you expand PX results, you will be having like PX is small. Pix result of 1. And for the second record, you will be having PX result of 2. Like this. PX results. How many records you have, those many PX results will be present on a clipboard. This is how a page list looks like. I'm just searching for any. Here you have some. To identify any single page or the page list, we just need to click and check whether we have the PX result or not. Generally, I'm talking in a very unique, like a very general scenario and very common scenario where page lists will be mapped to code. Pega. You see the class here. Page list will be having the primary page, will be having the class mapped to code Pega list. Code Pega list is a list class. Like this is a Pega given class. I will tell you what is a class and all. But to identify a page list in Pega or in a clipboard, you need to expand this code Pega list. This might contains a list of records. List in the sense multiple records. See, it has multiple records but not of PX results. It has some P items. This is some Pega internal page, right? It has some other page, but also this is also list. You can see read the list. 1, 2, 3, 4. This contains 8 records. And if you see, the first record is having this property. Some data is there. If you click on second record, the properties will be same, but the data will be different. You understand why? Because this is one record. This is another record. You understand why? See, what I'm trying to say is like if you expand the PX results. If you click on PX result of 1, the properties will be same. Means employee, ID, employee name, employee experience, employee salary only will be there. But the data will be different because the first result will be having this information. Second record will be having this information. You understand what I'm trying to say? Let me open any other page list. Generally, it will be mapped to like this code by the list. See, you have PX results here. Inside this is a property. Inside that you have this PX results. If you expand this, you have PX results of this is a list of information. You are visualizing that list in this manner in a clipboard. We need to visualize the data right. We are visualizing a list of records in terms of 1 of, 2 of, 3 of, 4, like that. If you click on the first result, you will be having some information. This one is a page list, right? Correct. As I can see, PX results remains always a page list or what? Like when you click on vehicle information, it was a P, right? Is it not the case like PY is a single page and then PX is a page list? It's not like that. In case of vehicle information, you couldn't see any embedded page. Actually, see, there is no. If you click on plus icon also, there is no embedded page. Understood? You need to directly click on this vehicle information. You will show you one record. That's it. Only a record of one particular vehicle. But if you see on the top, you can actually expand and you can see a list of items here. Multiple. See, some pages might have some embedded pages also. If you see this flow, this has some embedded flow pages also, but this is not a page list. This page list will be having a numbers like this of 1, of 2, of 3, of 4. This is an ordered list, like ordered in a sense. This is actually, you can sort it. You can actually do some manipulations, data manipulation, or you can do on ascending order or descending order. You can sort the list and all. This is like a list of records. Like this is like a table only. This is like this table only, but the visualization in clipboard is different. You understand what I'm trying to say? We got it? Yes. Any questions? Do let me know, guys, like, because the single page and page list is this not many people who are working in an organizations on Peg also. They will get confused, and I'll show you the configuration, how to configure. I'll show you while we are actually doing. Well, we're actually developing an application. I'll show you, but the main difference. You understand it. Single page is used to hold a single record of information. Page list is used to hold a multiple records of information, multiple records. I can array, right? Correct. It is similar to array only. But in array it starts with 0, but here it starts with 1. How to visualize the data in a clipboard for a single page and page list for a single page. You'll be having only one page. You're not having a list of items left off, one like vehicle information of 1, vehicle information of 2. You will not have, it is only one record. You can see this customer ID also. You might have some immediate pages, but this is only single record. Like you will not have customer ID of 1, customer ID of 2. This is single record. In case of page list generally. Might not be in all the scenarios, but 99% of the times, or you can say 90% of the times, it will be mapped to code back a list. A list of reports will be mapped to code back a list. And this inside will be there. Rate up peaks results or P were recent items. These things will be mapped to different class. If you see on the top, this one is mapped to code back a list. Inside one is mapped to role-category. It's the class. I'll tell you now what is the class and not. Is this fine, guys? Like page list and single page. No confusion, read. Do let me know if you want me to repeat one more time. I'll one more time repeat. Then we'll move ahead. In the coming sessions also, we'll keep on discussing this page list and all. Don't worry. These are pages to click single page and page list. Now let me show you. This page group is there at page group. We'll not discuss. Now, if you have discussed page group, you will get confused between page list and the page group. We discuss our incoming sessions. Like whenever we're configuring, then at that point of time, we'll discuss. Page group and a value list is there. Again, this thing value list. These are all only interview questions. Mostly, you will not create this page group and page list in your working and around minutes. They might ask you in interviews like, what is the difference between page list and value list? Or what is the difference between page group and page list? Like that. We'll not discuss these two at this moment. We'll only discuss page single, page and page list. Is this fine? How to create a property. And how to visualize the data on a clipboard. Like in clipboard, everything is code pages. We have 4 types of pages: user pages, system pages, link property, and data pages. Inside user pages, you will be having case-related information. And again, inside user pages, like not only inside user pages, all the pages are again categorized based on how the data it is holding, like whether it is holding a single record or it is holding a multiple records. If it is holding a single record, then it's called single page. If it is holding multiple records, then it's called page list. Page list multiple records, like multiple in a sense, a list of records. That is a page list. Is this fine till here? Then we'll discuss how to manipulate the data on clipboard. Manipulated data in this and suppose. Let's go to our Pega work page. Let me open a clipboard one more time. This is our work page. Now suppose I have customer ID here. User has entered some information like I have got some Mitchell and all. Full name is Jane Mitchell. Now there is a requirement in Pega, like I need to add Mr. in front of full name. Like instead of Jane Mitchell, I need to store in the DB like Mr. Jane Mitchell. You understand the requirement. Like this. This is the requirement I need to add. But generally users will not type in this scenario. They don't know. We only need to append in the background. We need to append to the name full name. Now this is a requirement. Now for that, what we have to do? We have to manipulate a data on clipboard. We need to manipulate a data on clipboard. On what page you need to manipulate? You need to manipulate the data on clipboard on customer ID page. Because this information is present on customer ID page, you need to manipulate the data on customer ID page. Right. You understand what I'm trying to say. Any questions, guys, here? Like how to manipulate the data. Before going to see how to get manipulated data, we'll see where to manipulate the data. Suppose if you have got any requirement like to change any data on a property. You will change the data on a property, but that the page on which page you need to change. You need to pay change and customer ID page. If you have a requirement, like a business has given your requirement, like before a full name, there's a full name, right? Jane Mitchell. Before full name, you need to apply Mr. Jane Mitchell. For that, what you have to do? You have to manipulate the data on clipboard. Where you have to manipulate the data? You need to manipulate the data on customer ID page because full name is present on customer ID page. You need to manipulate the data on customer ID page for property full name. Understood? Now we will see how to manipulate the data. You have got some context now. Where to do a change? Now we'll see how to do that change. Like by which rule you need to create to do that change. For that we'll use a data transforms. Let me show you how a data transform looks like. Go to Reco. Data transforms is also under a category of data model. If you expand data model, you will have this data transform. If you can click on this one, you will get instances of data transform. Instances in the sense all the data transforms present in this application. All the data transforms. Let me open any one of data or let me create one data transform. This is of test. This is of class. This is of class. Create another. What you are creating right now. Data transform. Data transform. We will return every time while creating like data set, data transform or any of these. We need to connect it with the respective class. Alright. See, a class is like a DB table. Class in Pega is equal to DB table. If you open a class instance, let me open this class. Open class record. See, let me write it down. For this moment, for this time being, you remember that class is equal to DB table. DB. Class is equal to DB table. Database table. If you open a class, this is a class, right? See, I have opened a class rule. You can see on the top what rule you are opening. This is a class rule of go road work. Now, if you come down, you have test connection. Test connection. If you click on this test connection, this class will be mapped to one table. Is mapped to a table. Pega Data. This is a table name. This is a table name. Every class in the sense you have two types of classes. One is concrete, one is abstract. You just think that concrete are used for our case processing. Abstract are some Pega internal classes. Like Pega system, classes will be there. That is an abstract classes. Concrete classes. Like every concrete class will be mapped to a table. DB. See class go. Road work is mapped to a table. This is a table name. Until here, this is a table name. And this is a schema. In Pega Data, this is a schema name. You just assume that every class is nothing but a table. If you are creating a rule in this table, means you are storing this rule in that particular class. If you are creating any rule, this is an example. You have to create an idea. This mapping we have to do only right. That this class is mapped to this table. Mapping generally will be done by architects and all. You will not do any mapping. Like senior level lead system architects will be there, right? Those will be those people will be mapping, and Pega will provide some tables to you for every application. It will be stored mostly in Pega data only schema. You can see the table name is there, Pegata. This is a Pega database. This is not an external mapping. This is an internal mapping. Internal Pega database only the mapping. These things are all. You need not take care. These will be taken care by architects and all who are designing the application. Now you don't confuse a class. You just think that class is equal to some database table. And every class, every concrete class will be mapped to a one table. Any questions till now? Let's discuss the data transfer. You see how the data transform rules look like. You have action, target, source and relation. Relation is. But main things are action, target and source. If you are using set, you have many actions here. We'll be discussing each and every action today. Like what is set remove. At least we'll try to discuss up to here. Otherwise, we'll try to discuss up to otherwise. You note it down, guys. Like what set will do, what remove will do. These things you just note it down. Like, and you have two rules to modify data. two rules in the sense one is a data transform rule. Another one is an activity rule. I will show you when you are discussing an activity rule in the next session how to configure an activity. But you have two rules to modify data. But when you will use data transform and when you will use activity. Data transforms are used to manipulate data only on clipboard. This is an interview question. In which scenarios you will use data transform and in which scenarios you will create an activity rule. Data transforms are used to manipulate data only on clipboard, while activities are used to manipulate data both on clipboard and on database table. If you suppose there is a table, this table is there. You need to modify one employee record. Like one employee name is something mismatched. You need to change the name of an employee. Employee name of employee 84. You need to change this. You need to make this change on a database level. What you have to do, you have to create an activity rule and you need to configure that. But if you want to make a change is only on clipboard. If you want to make changes only on clipboard, then what did you need to create a data transfer? You understand the difference. See, if you want to make a change is on clipboard, also you can create an activity rule. But generally people will not suggest it because activity is in the background. When an activity rule is executing in the background, it will create many Java threads and all. Java objects and all it will create. If suppose there are many activities for simple things, then it will impact the performance of an application. Application will get some slowdowns and all. Most probably try to avoid creating activities. You need to only create activities if you are making any database manipulations. Is it like a view what we use in Oracle and all like that? Or I see in clipboard if you are manipulating and if you are in database, you are not manipulating. That is a very manipulation only. It is a temporary manipulation. But what will happen if you click on submit, then Pega will automatically take care of saving. You need not explicitly save. Then suppose in next time, if you want to fetch the data, then it will give the clipboard data only, right? Not the database one. What I'm trying to say is like suppose you have set this value to a flat date. Now, if you are clicking on now in the background in a clipboard, you might not set this entire value. There might be one code for this one, something called 1001 reason code. Like, see what I'm trying to say is like in the front end, you might see these reasons sometimes, but in the background each reason might have one reason code. Whenever you're clicking on continue, this wording will convert into reason code in the background through data transform. If you click on continue, then what will happen? That reason code will get saved into database. You are not explicitly using activity to save the data. You are using Pega given buttons. If you click on this continue and submit buttons, what will happen? Pega will commit the data to a database. If you set the data to work page, then it is sufficient to you. Pega will take care of committing the data. You understand what I'm trying to say. Suppose not completely like in the UI side, if you change some data right. Manipulate, change the data and you saved in the clipboard but not in the database. Correct? That is correct. And then the next time when you fetch that data, how you are saying that there is some kind of mapping between the change data and the old data, whatever it is in the DB side. Let me tell you, if you have first time, you have selected this option. Now this will be stored in a clipboard. Is it clear up to that? Now, if you have changed this thing to this one, now clipboard will get overridden with this value. This is all present on a clipboard level only. This is not stored in a database. This one I got it. Now, if you click on continue, what will happen? This value will get stored in a database. The updated value will get stored this value because this is present on a clipboard, right? This one will get stored on a database. You understand? And this is a screen flow, right? In a screen flows like we haven't discussed it flows, right? You understand this thing, right? Till here. Kind of like it's an instance where you are changing in the clipboard only. And when you do the continue, then only permanently. It will get saved into a database. See, you can change a number of times here. All the changes only will be on clipboard, not on a database. Got it. Whenever you click on continue at that moment, that clipboard page will be there, that which holds that information. That page will get committed to a database. How it will come in this? Every page will be having one class. Suppose the customer ID you are changing. This customer ID will be having one class. This is a customer ID class. This class will be mapped to one table. Class is nothing but a table, right? All this information will be stored in this particular table. You got it, or this is very confusing? I got it. Let's go to data transforms. Will not deviate. Now you have a few actions. You have target. You have source. You have. We'll discuss one by one. First one is set. If you click on set, it is asking for target and source. You can give any source. Like you can give in quotations. If you are hard coding the value, some value or hard coding you can give in quotations. If you are hard coding a value, you can give in quotations. Target is nothing but property. To which property you are setting it. If you click on dot, see every time the properties must be defined, must be referred with dot. Every time the properties must be defined with dot. If you click on dot, you will get few properties here. Click on more. You will get other properties. Suppose you are manipulating some value. You are setting this property. Action flow index is equal to test. Now what will happen? Clipboard. This property will be changed to test. This one single property will get changed to test. You understand? On what page it will change? You are giving work, right? The primary class is work, right? It will be changed on PY work page. On a PY work page, this particular property will get set to value called test. You understand what we are trying to say? The set is used to set a value on a clipboard. Set a source value on a clipboard. This is force is there. Whatever the source. Suppose you can also set one property's value to another property. Like if you are setting like PY label value. You can set it to this particular property like this. Whatever the value that PY label holds, that value will get stored into this value. Like this from source to target. But there were many options in the target right. We need to only assist this action flow index. That's it. We can't assist it to anything else. I didn't get your question. Like there were many other options in the target list also, right? There are many other options. But whatever the property, you need to make a change. You will get an idea, right? If you want to change this custom, this full name, you need to happen to Mr. to this full name. Let's think. Mr. to this full name. Then which property you will? You will try to manipulate the target will be full name, right? Target will be dot full name. But you will not get dot full name because the primary class is different. See, this class is work class. This class is data customer class. This property will not get here. If you want to get that property, what you have to do? You have to give this customer ID page. In this pages and classes, like this. Page name you need to. A system must know which page you are making a change. And the class must be this particular class. And you have to manipulate like this. Customized. Now you are getting full name. You understand what we are doing here. The primary class of the customer ID is different from the customer ID class. Customer ID is mapped to data customer. The data transform is present in work class. To refer this customer ID page in this work class, you have pages and classes. You need to map your class here. This is my class. This is my page. That is mapped to this particular class. You need to tell the system, I am actually manipulating the data on this customer ID page. You need to define this page here in Pages and Classes tab. Then if you refer it, you will get the properties like this. Then you will get many properties. But you are, as a developer, you are aware, right, which data you are manipulating. Based on a requirement, you will choose the property. Full name. You will choose it and you will manipulate it on the source. How you will manipulate? You will manipulate if you want to add a pen. You will append like this, some space. Click on down arrow. Customer full name. You understand the syntax. How you are appending? You are adding. This is like string concatenation. String concatenation in the sense you are adding two strings is common for everything. You will add like this. Whatever the full name is there, that one, you will add it here. You can also test this one. If you click on test, you can test if you give some full name. If you can do, it will actually show it here like this. This is a result. This result you are storing on the target. You understand? Any questions till now? Everything. Quick check. Expression builder is preferred when we have multiple line of codes. Right. Expression builders. We will discuss expression builders. How use expression builders? There are many functions available to manipulated data. Date time functions. If you want to check the differences. Business calendars. If you want to check a duplicate in a list of Give because you are in the GoGo Road class. This is a work class. If you are manipulating a data on PWay work page, you know you need not give this or this PWay work page. You are on primary page. Only you can directly give dot. You can refer other. Yesterday we have created, right? See, it is coming yesterday. I think we have created this other, right? You remember the last. Yes, it is coming. If at all, we need to change anything. Rather, you just need to click it. Next one, is it remove? Remove is like to remove or delete any page from a clipboard. If you want to delete customer aid page, you can directly give this customer aid here because you have already mapped this page in pages and classes. Or else, if you want to delete this vehicle information is mapped to another class's data, vehicle information. You need to specify this vehicle information on pages and classes. Here you need to go because you are manipulating this page. The page context is different, the class is different. You will go here. You paste in the vehicle information. The class is data vehicle information. Copy this one, give it here, and you just remove in. Remove. You remove this one. If you click on down arrow, you will get all the pages which you have specified. You then select this one. Now what happens? This page will get deleted. If you give like this page will get deleted from clipboard. Vehicle information will not be present any questions. Remove. Remove is used to delete a page from a clipboard. It may be a page or page list, anything. You can use a remote. You can delete. Find demo is very simple. Let's go to the next one. Next one is update page. Update page if you are using update page. Suppose you are updating a single property on a customer page, it is fine. What I'm trying to say is like if you are updating a single property on a particular page, set is fine. Suppose if you want to, if you are updating all the properties like on customer page, what happens if you are updating everything? It's a background noise. Now, if you want to update every property and vehicle information page, you can use set also. You can use set also. Like if you are using set, how should you make it? If you are using set, you have to make like this, right? Vehicle information dot color is equal to some color and vehicle information dot make is equal to something. You have to map it like this, vehicle information dot. Model is equal to some color, dot model is equal to some color is equal to some color. You can use set. You have to map it every time, right? If you are using set, you need to make it like this. Or if you are using update page, then what you can do, you can simply give vehicle information as a primary page. This page, vehicle information, is your primary page. Now on vehicle information, you can make everything like vehicle information dot. You can set it in 6.2 dot. Make you understand the difference. Set and update page. Set what you are doing. You are setting individual like vehicle information, while you update page. You are giving only a primary page and you are making it the values. Confused guys? Like set and update page. Find you, let me, is it fine, or should I see? Set is like. Can see in English you will use noun and pronouns, right? Set is like a noun. Like every time you will write like Sita is a good girl or Sita is actually studying this on. Like this. You need to specify every time vehicle information, vehicle. But in case of pronoun, what you will do, you will write Sita is a good girl. She is studying something on, right? Similarly, you will use only one time update page. You will keep and you will write the color, make and everything. Whatever you need to change, you can change. Got it. And if you want to copy one, see here. You are manipulating a data on single page only. You are manipulating a data on one particular page. Now, if you want to copy the information from one page to another page, if you want to copy the information from, if you have two pages, you need to copy one page information to another page. Then what you have to do? You will keep update page only. But here you have another drop down. You will select this one with the values from. It will ask for another page. You need to specify source page. It will copy from the source page to this target page. Here you need to involve two pages. You are copying one page data to another page. But if you haven't given this one, what does that mean? You are only manipulating a data on one particular page. Is this fine? Confused? Should I repeat again? I'm with the setting set. We are doing single, but for the update page. Can you explain it again one more time? Is there? And then the color and make is what under that? Vehicle information. Is this in a clipboard? If you saw here, this is a vehicle information. Right inside vehicle information, you have these properties, right? Color, make model here. And these properties. Now, then I understood this one. Now, I'm sorry, but then in the set one, how you are doing that? Set color equal to black. Correct, you need to vehicle.color. Got it. In case of set, what I'm trying to say in case of set, every time you need to specify the page name, page.property. But in case of update page, you will specify this page on the top level. This is 6 and 6.1, right? Now what will happen? This vehicle information will act as a primary page for enter the child steps. See here in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the primary page? Primary page is PV work page because this is mapped to work class. You need to specify page individually. In case of 6 to step, you are changing the primary page, primary presence from. You are keeping update page and you are giving a page name. You are trying to make a change on this page every time on 6.1, 6.2, 6.4. You need not specify every time vehicle information. You understand? Yes, and then you are explaining something more, right? Then when you are selecting drop down, then you need to do, suppose if you have two pages like bold vehicles and new vehicles or old employees and joint employees, you need to copy the data from one page to another page. Let's assume you have two pages in a clipboard here. For our scenario, you have only one page here, but you assume you have this. This page also customer it page and vehicle information. Now you need to copy this customer it page into this vehicle information page. You need to manipulate the data by two pages. You are copying a data from one page to another page. And now you will select this one with the values from. You will need to specify up another page here. It will copy this page information to this page. You understand? See, manipulating a page. You have two types. One is like manipulating a page within that page, in the sense you will manipulating a vehicle information page like this within that page. In the sense like this, there is no involvement of another page. You are just manipulating a color, make and all. You have another type of data manipulation, like if you are copying. If you need to copy one page information to another page, then you will use this one. Understand any questions? Any questions? Set. Remove update page. Set is like to set a value on a clipboard for a single property. Remove is to delete a page. Update page is like to manipulate a page properties, like single page property like a customer, it page or vehicle information page. You can manipulate a page. You can manipulate the data. How you can manipulate in case of update page? You will give like this a primary page. You will specify and inside that you will make this settings like dot, color dot. Little bit confused? No, it's clear to me. Set remove update page. We have discussed right. Remaining are all very easy. Apply data transform is to call one data transform from another data transform. If you click on apply data transform, it will ask for data transform name. If there is any reusable data transform, you can call it the data transform from this data transform. If you click on down arrow it, you will get all the data transforms name. You can click here. It will open. See, it will open up. See, it is calling this particular data transform from this data transform. From this data transform. Save it. It might throw an error source. You got a warning because some sources are blank. Right? You got some warning. That is fine. This is fine, right? This is fine, right? We will discuss other things. This when and all is in a short comment. Comment is nothing. Comment is like a in Java, you will write the comments like this, right? After a particular step, you will write something like this, right? For develop things like this comments. Yes, like this only because I'm not exactly aware. Or some like this, some comments. You will write comment is nothing but a description of this particular step. Why you are using this particular step. Similarly, comment is like a text box. You will write some comment here. Comment is like a description, like you can write a comment here. We are modifying vehicle info in above steps. In above steps 2, you can write some particular reason here. Actually, we are modifying the vehicle information. Right in the above, you can write the description why you are doing on. The changes you can write in a comment. Comment is like a text box. Understood it? It's actually just like it. You are describing the above things above or below based on the comment. And sort we'll discuss. Sort is also very simple when and otherwise. These are all very simple, like these are append and map. To append to these two you need to focus on. This is an interview question. Also, what is the difference between append to and append and map to? But set, remove and update page, these three are fine. If that is fine, then we are good for today. Set remove and update page. And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.